Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Lee from Magnetic North and soon to be Other Adventures. So, hope you're all well and wishing you all a very happy, joyful and healthy 2024. And I hope it's a year that you can all do something that you want to do. Whether that's improvements in general life or improvements in health, going somewhere, it's what it's there for. Live for the moment and enjoy life. So 2024 is going to bring Magnetic North magnet fishing into other adventures, doing urban exploration, abandoned buildings, cemetery sites, churches, anything really of interest. It's also going to bring us more exploring videos, history walks and talks, show and tell of finds, quite possibly a bit of metal detecting as well. I did used to do that before. I have got the odd video on, but I might do that again. And there's certainly going to be a lot more magnet fishing in different areas and a few of the same areas as well. So shout out goes to Johnny's Corner for reaching 3,000 subscribers, and Iron Antler Adventures for reaching 5,000 subscribers. If you haven't checked them out, please go and check them out, like, subscribe and comment. And third shout out is going to Joe O'Rea, the Bad Idea Lab, on reaching just over 500 subscribers. Now, those are all excellent channels and all very much worth watching. So please go and check them out if you haven't already, and show them some support. Thank you. So even the fields all flooded. They've turned into real boggy quagmires, and there's that much water gone through the walls and down onto the path. And just one of the side streams, which used to be a mill race in the 1700s. There you go. Normally that is very shallow, so you can see how much water is coming out of here. So as we come down here, we've got this old farm up there. Might go to that one in a bit. The river's very fast. It's a lot calmer here, but it's very, very deep at this point, and there is a lot of undercurrent on that. Where pathways turn into waterways, we will still walk them and explore the unknown places and bring you new videos. So the pathways have become small streams and rivers, but I will always endeavour to safely go through and explore new places for you all. Now the staircase up there is all a waterfall, so that's going to be quite fun to go up. Well, it's got to be done. Got to go up. My feet are already wet through, so picking the best route. The whole area is completely flooded. Well, let's go for it. Oh, it's deep, it's very deep. There we go, folks. Safely up. And you can see where all the water's coming from down there. Oh, that wasn't good. Main thing is I'm safe. So always when you go out exploring, doing adventures, make sure that you've got waterproof clothing, waterproof boots. I didn't have my waterproof boots today, and everywhere's in flood, so my feet are very wet, but I'm going to go on a bit further. Now what you just seen was an old abandoned brickworks, and it has been abandoned for many years. There is a lot of street art in there and a lot of graffiti tags as well. Now bricks in particular, for me, it started for social history 10 or so years ago, and whilst I was mudlarking I used to pick up bricks that had names on various towns, various companies, and some with numbers on, which would simply be a batch number. And I used to pick them up for social history, and those were all donated to various collectors, industrial museums, things like that. Now it is a popular thing. There are thousands of people worldwide that do go around collecting bricks, but for me it's a way of saving heritage and remembering the people that used to work on such sites previously. Now the earliest one I found dated from the 1500s when I was mudlarking, and that went over to a guy that was going to donate it to a museum. I've never been to the museum, so I don't know if that's actually happened or not, but it's one of them things. That's why I like brick collecting and seeing different bricks. Gavin's the same, he still collects bricks, named ones, things like that, different colours, different shapes, and I think for him it is the social history and preserving something of an industrial past. So that's why we do it, and it's still raining, so I'm going to push on. So just here we've got a dip in the ground. It's right next to the footpath, and then we've got a few more little ones down where them trees are, and then at the back just there you can see a mound of earth. Well, that is quarry spoil, and all this hole here just there, that was actually an old stone quarry. So they'll have started over that back corner, working in and down and around here. Now all this stone obviously made this spoil here, waste, and more waste piles down that way. But all that stone was literally to make these footpaths. And these initially were for the old workers coming to the factories and the mills in the area. They have always been slippery, being wet stone, getting covered with the leaves and the mud. And then as time's gone on, they've become public access routes and footpaths, bridleways, things like that, for us all to enjoy post-industrial periods. And this particular quarry here, this would have been dug out around about 1790 to 1820. So this is an area that's been used a long time. And just there next to the spoil we've got the green moss and another bit, and then just down that way there's a trackway that goes down that way to two further quarries, and then you've got another level right at the bottom down there where the light green grass is, and that would have been a further quarry down there. And some of this stone has actually gone to the local area to make the dry stone walls that you see around, and I'll show you some of those in a bit. But you've got beautiful old trees, lovely roots and things like that. So just here I'm now standing at the edge of the entrance down to the other quarry sites down there, and all these trees have grown since then, and it shows it's been abandoned for a very long time. And just over here we've got some more quarries up here, bits of spoil all the way up there. So all this area would have been quarried for stone, and there's a little pits absolutely everywhere. And just down there again, that was a flooded level, and there were mill dams and things like that down that way, and they was pre-1840 in date. Now just come across this structure here. It's dug in, goes down and under all these trees. Now that is actually a World War II 1939 to 1945 air raid shelter. It was previously bricked up with all this fire clay brick. That's what the yellow ones are, and it goes to a red brick centre and an area down there where the air raid shelter would have been. But there's the iron entranceway just there. And we've just come across this structure here, and it's said that this was used in World War II as an anti-aircraft battery, It's not confirmed, but it was definitely used as a works area, and part of the old brickworks from below where we've just been. You can see the old oil barrels over there, and nature is starting to reclaim it all again. It does actually look really nice. And down here we've got where bricks have been reclaimed by nature, all totally overgrown, but you've got these huge concrete slabs with rebar in, and all this area. It does go up that way to some buildings, and there is a tunnel up there as well that goes between the buildings and underneath them up there, but I will not be going in that today. And as you can see, the area is still flooding because we've got runoff water down there. Now here we've got a boundary wall, all reclaimed by nature. These are all local stones from the quarries, but just here in the corner we've got cornerstone, another cornerstone over there, a large cornerstone here, and a stone wall in the corner. Now it's possible, because there is a path going off that way and it's right next to the path, that this was some sort of tool shed in its day for the quarries and other people working over that way. Now there was a light railway up there as well for moving bricks and things at a later date during the 1930s, and there were a lot of activity in this wood. It's probably a place that you could actually find things with a metal detector as well. You just never know. So this is Loch Tuy Bank above the river. Loch Tuy down there in the trees, going that way towards Sheffield itself. Beautiful. So these here are the fields that I used to metal detect on, all up there, and in total there was 36 and more down the valley that way. Well, it's been a rainy day, quite windy as well, but I've been sheltered in the woods and the buildings, ruined buildings. So I hope you've enjoyed this adventure. Once again, Happy New Year to everybody. Thanks to everybody who subscribed to the channel, new and old. You're always welcomed, and I do always like to read your comments that you put as well. So Happy New Year everyone. This is Lee from Magnetic North, doing a different type of adventure with an urban exploration and a history walk. Bye everyone.